Hi guys, as Nigel Farage was putting on his farmer's costume to speak to a crowd protesting against changes in inheritance tax, a real farmer was being interviewed by Sky News. Liz Webster from Save British Farming was asked about her take on the Reform UK leader jumping on the bandwagon, and she explained how the Brexiteer has great admiration for both Trump and a US-UK trade deal. Liz explained here that it would not be in the interest of the UK or British farming, and she's completely correct. Have a listen.
Nigel Farage is speaking at a farm up in North London. It's one of the muster points for farmers all heading from around the country down to London. Is he a good advocate for this cause of farming?
Nigel loves to be he wants to feel part of our tribe. But Nigel loves America, and he puts Trump first. Now, if we put Trump first and America first and do a deal with them, British farming will not survive an America trade deal. They say America first for a reason. The quantities of scale, they are very aggressive exporters. There is no hope for British farming if we have an American trade deal. So if Nigel wants to come in with us, he needs to drop his desire to do a trade deal with America. And I can't see any sign of that happening.
Okay, Liz, thanks for chatting.
And she's completely correct. You know, as she said here, Nigel Farage puts Donald Trump first and Trump puts America first. So how would the UK fare in a negotiation between the US and the UK? Well, we all know the answer to that. We saw during the Brexit years where the Tories sold farming down the river when it came to a trade deal with New Zealand and Australia. So can you imagine a New Zealand or Australian trade deal on steroids with the US? As Liz pointed out, the farming lobby is pretty strong in the US, and they would have a significant influence over Congress, not so much Donald Trump, because remember, it's not Donald Trump who will do the negotiating, it will be Congress. And congressmen and women will be listening to their voters or their lobbies, and the farming lobby is pretty strong when it comes to political influence in the US. So, of course, they would demand that the UK import hormone-treated beef, chlorinated chicken, and all sorts of other things that would, in some cases, are banned currently in the UK and banned as a result of the UK when it was a member of the European Union. So things that are banned in the EU could flow into the UK. Now, of course, this would create problems politically as well, because remember, Northern Ireland is part of the single market when it comes to goods. So there would be greater checks on goods moving from GB to NI. So that would be another problem. But once again, we've mentioned before how a UK-US trade deal would be bad for the NHS, for example. Aspects of it would be sold off. They're already being sold off, but it would be exacerbated. It would be sped up. So it would not be a good thing for the UK in general, and it'd be terrible for UK farming. But Nigel Farage, remember, he wanted to be, or people wanted him to be, the ambassador to the US, and I kept saying it would be a disaster because he would put America first, not the UK first. Nigel Farage is not interested in standing up for British interests. He would pander to Trump. So the UK, if they want to have a trade deal with the US, I think it would make sense maybe when it comes to services, but not to goods. It would not be good for UK farming, it would not be good for the UK politically, and it would not be good for the likes of the NHS. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.